it looks comfortable on your body. That's the phrase that we use. He looks like he's been doing this for months.
Well, look, and of course, I mean, Clowny, they're talking about that incredible lift last week. My goodness, right?
Exactly, but also, you know, I think they worked out a great routine together. They know what they're doing. They look great doing it. He's very comfortable with Lindsay. She knows how to, you know, bring out the best in him. I'm very happy for this couple. And, you know, and physically, he's able to do things with her that she probably wasn't able to do with somebody else before. You know, the lift they did in Argentine Tango last week was great.
But look, straight up question, is he mirror ball material? Can he win?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
You talk about his fan base, you talk about the, you know, the people that are behind him, but week in, week out, he is improving at such a fast level that I think people are picking up the phone at home right now and go, man, I'm going to give him my vote.
He's a great guy, and he, you know, he's in sort of positivity exudes, and I don't know, he's just fun to look at. He's fun to root for. I didn't know him from football. I knew of him, you know, because they wear helmets and a big number in the back, and he's a legend on a football field. I didn't know he was going to be as nice a guy as somebody like Emmitt Smith or Jerry Rice. I mean, you know, the NFL guys are really showing up in amazing strides for the last, decade that we had the show.
Just, you know, to talk on why sports guys end up doing so well on the show, what do you think it is?
Leg action, guys, leg speed. Listen, so Amber joins the show, right? Not to bring it back on us, but that's the most close example that I have. Amber joins the show thinking, you know, I dance amazing in the club. She gets into rehearsal room and she goes, hold on a second, that makes me sweat, I'm uncomfortable, and I got to do a lot of things, right? And it's really physically hard. And then Kelvin comes in and he comes out sweaty and happy and excited. So that's the difference. Somebody who's used to a lot of work and a lot of legs, and somebody who's not, so she gets lightheaded after two minutes of, you know, of going through motion. So that's the advantage they have. He's doing incredible. Lindsay's only giving him things that make him look good, and that's the key to success in dance.
So he understands the schedule. He can work 12 hours and just keep smashing it out.
He knows what to do, how to get ready. He knows what to expect in rehearsal, so he knows how to get himself rested, how to eat well. I mean, all those things play a giant role. You know, I had to, you know, explain to Amber that she needs to roll out, and she's like, this looks funny and it ruins my hair, for example. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a trained athlete.
Well, look, it's going to be interesting to see what happens tonight. Of course, someone will be eliminated before we're done.
Those guys are going to be amazing.
Yeah, and incredible. We're going to talk about that with you, Max, in a second. You jump out.
A lot of pressure. Tell him Max said that they're under a lot of pressure. They pulled out an incredible 40 last week.
I don't want to tell them. But here they go. Max. That's it. Look, we got Max. We got talk happening. And I guess the big question, wow. I mean, we haven't talked to you since, you know, you actually dropped last week's performance on us. What have people been saying to you this week? I mean, it was such a special moment last week. Of course, the perfect score, but not only that. Yeah, and I know you wanted to put it behind you and now just go on, but just quickly to ask one question. What's the feedback been like? What have people been saying to you? I mean, people have been going crazy
on social. The feedback has been amazing.
Everyone was like, hot.
Hottest tango ever, Argentine tango ever. So it was great that it all came together, because, you know, there's so many things that could have gone wrong, especially with all the elements in the dance. So especially the shower scene, but I'm so glad that
it worked out.
Have you been like moving in the shower differently after that?
No, I'm still taking the very same old boring showers.
All right. Well, now we've got two dancers, okay? So now everything changes. Tell us about the biggest challenges of putting two dancers together and feeling confident about both of them.
Two dances, yes. It was hard because I decided to change some choreography on Friday when we actually rehearsed everything.
Sorry, giving me anxiety attack right now.
That was the challenging part. And then another thing, that Jenna was traveling this week with her shows, and we missed 2 rehearsals with a team, and we kind of had to learn through Skype, through videos and everything. So
it's hard to kind of take them seriously when I'm looking at this hair. I mean, that you've just styled it.
Like,
it looks incredible. I mean, look at this hair. Unbelievable. Amazing.
So dazed and confused. I love it.
Well, look, the dress rehearsal was incredible. You guys are going to kill it. And look,
Minus the fact that I need him in the balls.
Yeah, well, I mean, come on.
That happened.
That was a little moment, but it was special.
I mean, I really enjoyed that part.
I've never been kicked in my nuts before.
I've never been kicked in the balls before.
Ever.
Wow.
And it kind of
All access
Just-
exclusive, okay?
yes.
You've never been, but you're survived, right?
I've survived.
Kids,
yeah.
it's going to be okay,
Yeah,
right?
everything's fine. Yeah.
Well, of course, 2 dances tonight, and you guys are kind of going back to that 70s disco vibe.
we're excited.
So we wanted just to give you a little tease, a little taste, and a little something
Okay.
we like to call it. It's the disco dance break, okay? So we're all going to together, just going to stretch it out a little bit, okay? So here we go. Come on, let's try one. The disco point, okay? You know how to
point.
do that? The point is just like that. You got it. You're teaching me how to do
Point.
it. That's hot.
Point.
That's
And-
hot. The lawnmower, just like put a lawnmower. But you can also just walk the lawnmower like this. You're walking down the lawnmower. Oh man, the sprinkler.
That's
Oh,
Sprinkler, yeah.
oh, that's
That-
like that.
that's the
Oh
split.
man, you guys
We
are
go
good.
like-
You got the moves. I'm watching you.
I'm watching you.
It's kind of a little creepy, that one. I'm watching you, man. I'm watching you. I don't do that one a lot. The wax on, the wax off. Oh yeah, baby. And the Batuzzi, which is this guy here. And I think we got one more. Oh, the butt bump.
what's
What's
that?
You
the
have to
butt
kind of like it's bump, bump, bump. Bam.
Okay.
Boom. That's fantastic.
All right.
You guys are ready. You're stretched. You're feeling good. Oh my goodness.
High
Okay.
five.
Let's do a
Let's
couple
do
of.
it. Let's do it.
Let's
Let's
do
do
one
it. Let's
fan
do it.
question
Oh.
before you go, because these guys have been sending them in like crazy. If you could live in any time era, what would it be?
I want to live in the time era of Pride and Prejudice, whatever that was, because I want Mr. Darcy.
I want to live in 3073.
That's amazing.
I don't know why. I
Okay.
picked
Keeping it
that
deep,
area.
baby. We love it. We love
Keeping
it.
it deep.
All right,
Thanks,
guys. You guys
guys.
have got to go. You're getting pulled aside. You've got some serious action on the way. Good luck, guys, and thank you so much for coming up. They both look fabulous. That hair, man, hard to pull off, but he's nailing it. Which means we're getting Max back in to see. I think Calvin's going to get some pretty good scores there. Certainly, I think my favorite, one of my favorite dancers so far on the show, right?
But yeah, I mean, I think, like I said, I haven't seen him do anything wrong. He's put out a great. To be honest with you, I think I think judges tonight are a little safe. I think they're not trying to, over exaggerate anything.
What do you think
I gotta agree. I mean, I don't think it was like a. But that's what I'm trying to say. Is that
dark.
Ryan after dark. I think that's the type of performance that just raised the bar last week.
Yeah.
And this week it was great, but it wasn't amazing like it was last time. So, you've given yourself a 10 before, and if this was not up to your personal best, then you're getting a 9. I think that's how couples are getting judged now too.
Well, I certainly think, though, 4 9s, he's going to be really happy with that. It puts him in a good position. They're not going anywhere.
Of course.
Um,
You're not going to win the trophy week 6 either, by the way. So, it's great number. I mean, sometimes you don't have to, be at the top of the leaderboard.
So what you mean by that is maybe sitting in that middle or towards the top of the pack, but not being the favorite is a good place to be at this point in the competition, right?
I think I'm not trying to make it into a strategy.
No.
I'm just saying that you don't need to get perfect score every week from here on. You can be as long as you top 3, top 4 couples. I think you're good.
All right, well, let's find out very soon.
I'm excited to see this couple, though. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No,
I'm
not at
excited
all.
to see what Maureen does, because Maureen, I think, is in the chopping block, if I may. And and I think they know that, and I think they know now this is the week. This is now the do or die. She has to come out with a routine that we can look back and say that was Maureen's best performance.
And either way, I think either this is what saves her for for next week, or this is her last dance on the show. So they really want to go
Exactly.
out with a bang. What do you
Exactly.
like about this pairing?
I think that they just mesh well together. They're both very slow, I think, paced in their demeanor. I think they're the type of couple that can, be together in a room for a long period of time and be productive. I think they're kind of like, on the same level, so to speak. And what I like is that they went through some up and downs, a little turmoil. The audience kept them in the competition, and they're coming out much better than before. So.
And so, what do you think, Maureen? What does she need to work on, really? What would you say to her right now if you were her partner? And say,
Please
"Look,
don't cry. Please don't cry. Please don't cry. Just come out, enjoy the stuff. And again, if you talk to Maureen and if you ask her, be like, listen, how fast did the show fly by? She'd be like, I can't even explain it. I tell whoever I start dancing with, day one, I say, listen, you blink and it's over, so you enjoy every step. And I want Maureen to enjoy this performance like she hasn't so far, and I think we might see a different result.
Well, look, we so appreciate you being here, Max, and I know the fans are loving it. Look, thank you, Kaka.
Yes, she's got her 80s
so
on.
Smart. His perspective, thank you, and it's great to have you here. So let's get your take on this dance. She's taken us back to the 80s.
All I
we've
see,
got some
all I
mullets
see
there.
is Skio
Dennis
with a lot of hair.
Got some serious mullets going on there.
Yes.
She is an actress, and she's really playing a great part here. But what about the technique, though? What are you saying?
Well, I mean, I think she's already doing better than before. She's not as... I think she was just freaking out, to be honest with you, before. She would get into the show. She psyched herself out. She would try to do more than she could. And I think that's another thing. You know, you have to do 100% in rehearsal, because if you're going to leave... Yeah, she just needs to settle into her steps. I think a lot of celebrities make a mistake.
Some missteps.
Yeah, I think she missed some steps over there, or it just looked a little tense. I think with Maureen, she's psyching herself out. She needs to relax. I feel bad for her, because I feel like she can do so much better, and I think she does. I think that it's one of those celebrities that Artem wishes that everybody would see more of their rehearsal time, because I think in rehearsal, when there's no elements, I think Maureen does a lot better.
And why do you think that is? Is
I
it
have no idea.
confidence?
I
Is
think
it nerves? Is it...
No, pressure. These people are confident in what they do. Maureen is an actress. She's been on television. She's been in front of audience, live audience, and it cannot be people. It cannot be judgment. I think it's sort of like trying to do better than you should, really. I mean, it's like if you're playing golf, psyching yourself out for golf swing. You can't just pump yourself up, start yelling, and then start swinging the ball. It's not going to happen.
But you talk about that even with Amber, like people not realizing what it takes on the show. They come in with an expectation, and it's completely different. Do you think that plays into it as well? I mean, she's not...
Not now. It's week 6. She already knows what the show is. I think Maureen's problem, again, is that she doesn't give it 100% in rehearsal. She tries to probably do it in the show. And by the time the show comes around, she's starting to question some of the things that she should have done in rehearsal, and then they come out in the form of some sort of tension and nervousness.
So I guess at this point, what does Artem say? How does he change this behavior?
I think Artem just steps back and says, babe, we both see stuff. Here's your dance. It does not look like the dance that we prepared. You know, we both know that you know, camera blocking probably went smooth from beginning to the end. You looked happy. You did a lot of stuff. And, you know, just let's analyze. And if, again, audience give you a chance, come back having learned something new.
Well, I think you talk about Amber. She's a very strong lady, and you were able to push her to get the results. Sometimes, though, maybe pushing is not the right way.
No.
They're not going to respond to it.
Yeah.
How do you decide which celeb can be pushed when you're
Me
on a show like
personally?
this? Well, yeah.
I don't decide. Just push everybody. I just push everybody. I see if somebody pushes back, then I stop. But if they don't, I'm going to keep doing it. You know, I try to do what works. And if pushing works, I'm going to push all the way to the final if I can.
Well, I guess it works because you've done very well. And I think that you got more out of Amber than she ever would have got.
This guy standing over there looking all royal and stuff.
Looking real sharp.
You ready for this?
He looks real good.
He looks like he might blend in with the curtain.
All right, well, let's get him in, Max. Thank you so much for being here, and keep the questions coming. And, of course, Halloween is next week, so as we get Ryan in here, can we take a look at the poll? How's it going now? Can we look at the poll? Ryan, how are we, brother? Look, man, I'm taking you back to the era. It's the perfect thing. Right now they're voting, Ryan, on what I'm going to be wearing next week on Halloween. And look, we can see the percentages there. Okay, let's take a look at the results. Are we seeing anything? No. No one's voting. I just don't want to be a cheerleader, okay?
All right, yeah.
Does that sound fair?
No.
Now, how are you feeling? I think that, you know, that was great. And of course, 2 dances this week, which makes it all the harder.
Yeah.
How do you feel it went?
You know, it's really hard just learning how to do one dance one week, but now we have to learn 2. It's tremendously hard, and you have to put a lot more time and effort into it. But, I mean, I got to do it.
Yeah, well, the judges said, yeah, you acted the part well. I mean, that side of it, taking on a character. Are you finding that easier? Because it's a trip for you, man. It's like a different sort of space.
I honestly think that's the hardest thing for me. That's the hardest part. That's the thing I'm struggling with the most is, you know, being in this character that plays this role of whatever routine I'm doing and go with the music and make it kind of like my own kind of dance. But, I mean, that's the hardest part.
Yeah, and look,
I mean, the steps I know, the routine I know, it's just getting into that character and really selling it.
and look, I know, I guess you, the sports guys, the work ethic and understanding that sometimes it's going to have to put in a lot more. But how has it been this week knowing that you've got to deliver on 2 dances? So you're not done yet, you know, you're not
done yet.
You know what I mean? Like normally you do your dance, your relief, and then it's just in the lap of the gods, right? Right now you've got to do another dance.
Yeah. You know, like in my swimming, I've swam so many events, multiple events on like a daily basis. So like I've always had like bad races that I've done that I had another one in like 20 minutes. So I had to like forget about that and move on and move forward and never dwell on the past. So I got to really do that for this one.
What's the trick to that? What's the trick as an athlete to kind of go, okay, you've just had a shocker, and now you got to switch into some.
You just got to keep moving forward. You got to keep your eye on the prize. So like this prize for me is this next team dance, and it's a team. So 3 other couples are coming together. It's almost like my swimming in a relay. So we got to come together and we got to all do our own part, and I don't want to mess it up for
You've got a great
else.
team, exactly.
Yes, we have a great team.
As far as working with the other celebs and putting this together, talk about the challenges of that.
You know, everyone has their own uniqueness, dance style that they bring to this for the team. And it's really fun just getting together and practicing with the other celebs and other like pro dancers. It's just so much fun. It's like it's a team. We're like all coming together as like a family. And it's just been, this whole week has been a lot of fun, even though it's been a little hectic learning 2 dances, but it's been fun.
Well, look, you took us back to the 90s, right?
Yeah,
And we all missed the 90s. I mean, you grew up in the 90s, and we
Yes.
wanted to do a little bit of, I mean, we were looking back and thinking all the things we miss in the 90s, you know? So let's just ease it back and get you nice and relaxed. I mean, do you remember this? I mean, do you remember these? Remember the CD Walkman?
players.
Man,
Yes.
I mean, how long
I
ago?
honestly think I still have one in like
used to have one of
in
those
a box, yeah.
But every time you'd walk in, it would just jump a little bit.
Yes, it would skip.
Oh man, that
yeah.
was tough. But man, we missed those. I don't know about these. These things, girls will put them on their shoes.
I've never seen
Moon
that.
shoes, they were called. Did you have moon shoes?
I've never had
No.
one.
What about a pager? Your
Pager?
boys have pagers?
I've never had a pager.
No, man,
I've always
neither.
seen people with them. I'm like, no.
You haven't lived, man. Trust me.
haven't lived,
That's
I
how we
guess.
still communicate in New Zealand.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's incredible. Look at this
Yes.
rollerblade.
Yes.
Are you kidding me
Yes.
right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, with the little stoppers in the back? Those are my
Yes.
favorite.
And we used to have parties just for the rollerblades.
Yes.
It was incredible.
These are the best.
These are incredible. It makes you kind of a
I
little
remember
bit sad.
I was
Remember the
always
slap
going to school
bracelets?
and I'd like I'd get a girl and I'd slap her and be like, oh, you're mine.
Yeah. I like that. I like that
Yep.
move. I'm going to do that
right.
later on tonight. And of course, the
Super
Super
Soaker.
Soaker. You pump the
That's a Super
guns.
Soaker 50, I think.
Is it the 50?
Yeah, that's a 50.
Man,
That's like one of the
good
first
knowledge.
ones.
I thought it was the 720, but it's the 50. You're right. And of course, the VHS.
The VHS.
Oh man,
yeah.
it's been a while. The Rewinder. It's just for
my
rewinding
gosh.
VHSs. Remember when you
Love
go to
it.
the movies, you had to go and you had to rewind
Yep.
it? And last but not least, have we got one more? The last one, Vanilla Ice. Of course, he's from the 90s, and we miss
Yep.
him so. Look,
I do miss him.
We do miss.
I love his like characteristic, his
Yeah.
like laughter he
Yes,
brings,
man.
and excitement he brings to
he
the show.
sure does. So look, we love you, Rob, wherever you are out there.
Yes.
Go well. Open wide. You know, he's got the open wide.
Yep.
Open wide, baby. Open wide. All right, well, we're going to let you go because we know you've got
All right.
one more dance, but we've got a
Yes.
few questions, so we'll just make them quick, all right?
You got it.
These guys have got some questions. Hit me. Ryan, do you plan on coaching swimming in the future? It's a good question.
That is a good
Would you
question.
be a coach?
You know, when I'm
you've been
done
a
with
student.
swimming, I kind of want to be done with the sport of like actually being a coach or swimming. But I do want to help kids. I want to do like not as a coach wise, but like just help kids, like teach them things that I've learned throughout my swimming career.
All right, man. Well, we can't wait to. We hope you just stay here a little bit longer, though, and get that
Yeah.
mirror ball.
Ooh.
You did a great job.
I got a long
I know
way to
Cheryl's
go.
got some big hair change. That's not why she's
Yes.
not up here with us now. So give her best to
Yes, I
from
will.
us, and thank you so much for
Hey,
coming
thank
along,
you. I
man. We
appreciate
love
it.
it.
All right.
We love it.
Bye, guys.
All right, well, thank you, Ryan. Good luck for that team dance. And keep the questions coming in at DWTS All Access. And of course, we can now, we've got the technology to update the costumes. We can see what is winning. Come on, you're kidding me. Dom as a cheerleader is winning. I think we really need to get some votes as Dom as a mummy. They're voting, of course, right now, Max, on what I'm going to be wearing next week for Halloween.
What should we make Dom be for?
Dom is a cheerleader?
Mommy.
Who wants that, man? No, I don't think anyone wants to see that.
I think they're just trying to
They're trying to mess with me, right?
play a cruel joke with you, but I want to see you as a cheerleader, though.
I don't think I do.
Now that that's an option, I wanna cast my vote for you, the cheerleader.
Don't listen to Max, guys. I need you to vote for Dom as a mummy.
I'm listening to them, apparently.
At DWTS All Access, tell us what you think. Dom as a mummy, that's the hashtag you need to use. And I see a beautiful young lady over there, so I feel that we should just get her straight in. I know that she wants to watch the show. We're
Beautiful young lady. As usual.
Come
as
on
usual.
in. Look how fabulous she looks.
It's happening.
Unbelievable. Look how incredible you look.
Thank you.
And look, it's so great to have you back here. And what a 6 months it's been. Like the last time we saw you was, of course, on the stage when this happened. And now you're here. How has the last 6 months been? I mean, that must seem like an eternity ago, right?
It really does, yeah. That was such a special moment. That was amazing. 6 months is just, honestly, it's flown by. We've had some pretty incredible moments in our life with those 6 months, and it's been a whirlwind experience. It really has. We've learned so much about each other, I think, and this whole pregnancy thing is just, it's crazy, but it's amazing.
And look, Max, you know, every chance you get, you say how much you're looking forward to being there, being in the trenches, doing all the hard jobs. I mean, it's getting closer, man. You must be getting excited, right?
I'm ready. I'm very excited. I'm excited. I think we're both excited. I also can't believe that she's the rating champ. I mean, you know, what a year this has been. No, it's amazing. I remember that moment. You know, the whole show was great. We already knew we were pregnant, so there was a lot of pressure. I think, you know, Peter dealt with everything amazingly. I was freaking out a bit, not gonna lie. So I was trying to put on a strong face. But
I think
she was the rock.
It's okay to freak out in that point, and you were very much an incredible supporter last season. We had you on a lot.
Yeah.
This season, Peter, it's kind of been your job to be the supporter of this man.
Exactly.
And we've had him up here a lot to All Access, and he's been talking. Peter had this idea and that idea. How fun has it been to watch him with Amber? We're just talking about how well he did with her, how much he brought out of her.
It was great to watch because Amber is such an amazing girl. She's an amazing personality, and I think they really clicked and worked so well together. Their personalities just gelled, and I'm so glad that he got her. They did as best as they could have done, and I think that he really brought the best out of her. You know, she did well.
Yeah, she did so well.
my best.
And we loved her, and I know that all these guys did as well. So hopefully she's going to keep dancing.
I think these guys did well too, just now.
Yeah, they did. It's been an incredible run, I think, for Terran Sash, hasn't it, on the show? And she really wants to show that she deserves to be here for the right reasons, and I think the fans are supporting the fact that she's a great dancer.
I love Tara.
I think that's Peter's favorite couple.
I love her. I look forward to, I rewind her every night, every Monday night. I think she's great.
Okay, quickly, what do you love about her?
She's just so determined, and she just gives everything, like 150%, nothing less. And I love that. If I see them like just putting it all out there and not being shy and not being like too timid, then I love it.
I think she's also like what I said about I don't remember the Autumn and not Mary Lou. What's her name?
Maureen.
Maureen. There you go. I confused my M's. But Maureen is what I said about her. This same thing. She's able to. Tara's just able to come out and enjoy the performance the way it is. You know what I mean? She's not trying to do more than what it's supposed to be. Maureen is trying to make it even better on Monday night, and I think that's the difference that you see. She's just much more comfortable at it.
All right, well, what we're going to do right now, I'm going to come back in a second, but we've got so many questions from the fans. We're going to do a little bit of a takeover, okay? There's like 10 quick questions.
Okay.
We've had so many, so we're going to let you guys, I'm just going to leave. I'm going to be right over here.
Yes.
You guys stay.
Oh.
Let's fire them some questions,
Baby, come here.
answer some questions, and very soon you guys are going to have to wave to the main show. Talk to wave to the main show. There they are. How was that for timing, guys?
All right, let's.
Peter, we know you've been busy planning for your baby, but I have to know who are your bridesmaids. I can't say that right now. That's bad. I can't let that out. But I have them all down, and I actually have one less than he does.
Bridesmaid? I have more
Well,
bridesmaids than Peter.
You know what I mean. He has like a one more groomsman. So I don't know what we're going to do with that situation.
Which is quick. We're taking.
I have to choose a friend really quickly.
Yes. So we're taking requests. Just,
Who wants to be my
follow Peter.
bridesmaid?
OMG, your first dance will be nothing short of amazing. What song will we be dancing to? Who said we're gonna have a first dance? Baby, what we're gonna have?
I want to have a first dance.
It's gonna be.
Yeah.
It's gonna be one of these. I'm gonna keep a safe distance. You know what I'm saying? Not to offend anybody.
No, we're not going to be doing any of that crazy stuff. Maybe other people will be, like organizing something behind the scenes.
Well, tell them what we're doing.
Well, okay. So we're having this little bet challenge type of thing, and who can give the best present at the wedding. So you're not allowed to divulge what you're doing, but it can be anything. I could hire a circus. He could get...
Yeah, you could train for like to do a high dive in the pool or something like that. Like just everybody, you know, follow to the, you know, we gifting each other a gift of performance. You know, something that is somewhat unexpected and well put together. I am gonna win 100%.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Have you guys picked out a theme for the baby's nursery? Yes, we're still working on that. I'm still getting all the ideas
What is that
together.
theme called?
Huh?
What is that called? What's the theme?
What do you mean? What is it called?
Well, what's our nursery's theme?
It's just color schemes, baby.
Dope-looking things.
Dope-looking amazingness.
Amazing. Yeah, I
we love cream and gold. That's all I'm going to say. Cream and gold.
And elephants.
And lots of elephants.
People love giving you advice when you're pregnant. What's the weirdest advice someone has given you? Why is advice in quotations?
I haven't really heard any weird advice because I'm just taking it all in and just kind of soaking it all in and making sure I just heed everything that people are saying to me. But I don't know. I've been given so much advice with not freaking out, not being too quiet for the baby. Like keep doing your normal everyday things, and the baby will get used to it. What else?
Yeah, but
don't buy too many different bottles.
When they say to just have to play loud music.
Yeah.
While the baby's sleeping, I mean that's
not loud music.
Training him for what? For like for an army or something. I don't know about that. That's the advice that we're given. That you should just be loud and walk around, talk loudly around the baby when it's napping. So then you don't have to walk on eggshells around it when it goes to bed.
Yeah, that's
that
good
makes
advice.
sense.
Yeah, makes sense. Would you guys ever consider doing a double wedding with Sasha? That would be a massive wedding. That would be Dancing with the Stars extravaganza for sure.
But we would share a lot of friends.
Yeah, we'd save a lot of money.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something to consider. We literally have like